Ladies and gentlemen, gamers, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're continuing our series on hotkeys and mechanics. This is guide number 4, and it's all about multitasking. In this video, I'm going to be sharing one simple technique called the mental checklist that's going to help you multitask in Company of Heroes 3. Now, if you look at the tactical map, we have 3 different armies in 3 different locations. Technically speaking, it's impossible to quote-unquote multitask and control every single unit and every location at the same exact time. That's impossible. So let's remove that definition of multitasking and replace it with a better one, which is, in my opinion, rapidly shifting from one task to the next task in order of priority. So what you're doing is you're efficiently focusing on a task and then moving on to the next task without an attention span of being so focused in one area at all times. What a lot of players do is they focus only on what's at screen and they lose sight of the bigger picture, right? They focus on their army at hand, but they don't focus on their armies on the other sides of the map. And this is what makes Company of Heroes such a complex game. There's a live battlefield, a push and pull between all of these points and resources and strategic objectives. There's towns that need to be taken in the north. There's a town that needs to be taken in the center, and there's a southern victory point and resources that need to be taken in the south. If you're just focused on this army here and your tunnel vision is all about this army here, you're not going to multitask. You're not going to be able to win the game and succeed at accomplishing your objective. So what have I done? I've devised a plan, a checklist, a technique that allows me to break this attention span here throughout the game as I'm playing and microing and focus on the bigger picture. And what you want to do to multitask is not focus on all the little details, retreat at this time, attack at this time, build a unit at this time, because that's based on the flow of the game. What you want to do is devise a system based on mechanics that will help improve your ability to multitask over time. So, in my opinion, the most important aspect to that is the minimap. Now, the minimap is the number one step to the technique. It's going to allow you to see the bigger picture. If you're focused on what's on screen, that's one-dimensional, right? You're not multitasking. You're only doing what's on screen. But if your focus is always on the minimap, right, constantly throughout the game, your focus is going to be big picture. It's multiple armies, not just one army. So the number one technique that I do throughout the game as my focus is up here and I'm micromanaging and controlling my army is I'm always bringing my eyes down to the minimap. I'm always checking the minimap. This gives me breaks the monotonous tunnel vision and gives me full perspective of the battlefield, of where my attention needs to go next. The second thing that I do after checking the minimap, the next thing on my checklist is the global unit icons. And this is so important. The reason why the next thing on my eyes is the global unit icons is because these global unit icons and the minimap are directly correlated to one another. Whatever the minimap is telling me, whatever information and data I'm receiving, is information and data that is heightened and supported by these global unit icons. And vice versa. Whatever the global unit icons are telling me, are my units in danger? Are they in cover? Are they being attacked? Do they need to be retreated? Are they idle? As you see here, whatever information these global unit icons tell me is also supported by the minimap. So they work hand in hand. So as I'm playing the game and I'm focusing on what's at screen, my eyes are always going through this checklist of, okay, break the tunnel vision and check the minimap, check the global unit icons, and then check my resources. You see that 3-step process, very simple. I'm breaking the monotony of my attention and focus on the screen, and I'm going through this quick checklist of check the minimap, check the global unit icons, check my resources. And if you can do this, if you can play the game and micromanage and do everything you need to do on screen, but also have a mental checklist of always checking the minimap, the unit icons, and the resources quickly, as a technique and way for you to always stay aware of the bigger picture and not be so focused on screen, you will allow yourself to think in terms of this tactical map that I just toggled. Think in terms of big picture. Think in terms of all your units as pieces on a board, moving in different areas and accomplishing different tasks. And you need to be aware of those things. So for me, guys, it's a simple technique. This is not complicated. You could build upon this and expand this and customize it according to your own, personal preferences. But I want to share my technique, which is I'm playing the game and I'm breaking that tunnel vision at all times. I'm bringing my eyes down quickly to check the minimap, then next check the global unit icons, and then quickly check the resources. It's just a couple seconds. I'm always going through this rotation. Check, 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 and then back to the game. Check, 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 and then back to the game. Check, 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 back to the game, and I'm microing, right? And this is so important because the mini map is going to tell you information, the icons will tell you information, and your resources will tell you information of, hey, you need to build units, you're floating resources, or it's time to buy a tank, or time to tech. So you need this information all, working together, sort of according to a system, right? So guys, I hope this is helpful for you. Remember, he who clicks the fastest does not always win. APM is generally overrated. There is a correlation to skill, but it's oftentimes overstated. And I hope this is helpful for you. If you did like this video, go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what mental checklist you like and you prefer according to your own system. And I'll see you guys on the next one.